And that's it. The Tokyo 2020 Olympics have officially come to a close. It's been a big final day for Hong Kong, picking up yet another bronze medal, while the US has come away with the most gold medals of the Games. For more, let's head to Tokyo for one last time. Johnny, Hong Kong's Sarah Lee has had an amazing day. She's come out with a bronze medal in the sprint to add to her medal from London.
Yeah, another great Games for Sarah Lee, 9 years on. She won Kirin bronze in London and she's got a sprint bronze here today in Tokyo. The sixth medal of Hong Kong's Olympics, her second overall. It's nice that Hong Kong's greatest Olympian has contributed to Hong Kong's greatest ever Olympics. She didn't have it all her own way. The semi-final today against the eventual silver medalist Elena Starikova. Lee wasn't really at the races there, but she went into the bronze race against Emma Hinze of Germany, and she had her on toast both times. Fantastic sprint cycling. It was a pleasure to watch, and really impressive, and great for Lee that she's got those two bronzes.
Yeah, it's amazing, and that means Hong Kong now has 6 medals in total from Tokyo Olympics. But what do you think the chances of seeing Lee at Paris will be?
Well, I think that's for her to say, but if I was Sarah Lee and I was on the high of just winning a bronze, I'd probably be thinking Paris is only 3 years away. You get a plane home and you do your quarantine and you think, well, that was a lot of work to get here. Do I want to do it all again? That's a decision she'll make in time, but what a high for the city, what a high for Hong Kong.
Now let's take a look at the gold medal tally. China are leading most of the way, but actually on the last day the US has scraped ahead and has won with, was it 38 gold medals?
39 for the US, 38
39
for China. Sadly for China, their final medal shot for gold was Li Qian, the boxer, and she could not overcome Lauren Price of Britain. She gave her all, but Lauren Price was much too good. That left China on 38. The US had already got 39 at that point because they'd won the women's volleyball for the first time ever. They came into the Games #1 in the world rankings. China were the Olympic the Olympic gold medalists from Rio, and were expected to be joining the US in the final. China went out in the groups. So a missed opportunity for China there. They could have been neck and neck with 39. Well, they'd have been ahead 39-38 if they'd have been in the volleyball and won. But yeah, fantastic stuff from both of them. The US had the largest contingent. They're expected to be at the top of the tree. For a long time, they said they were top of the tree because they like to count medals in total rather than golds like the rest of the world. But they finished with more golds than anyone, so there's no arguing from anywhere. Well done the US, well done China, well done everyone in the Olympics, especially the two lads who got a gold medal each in the high jump.
Yeah,
winners
exactly.
all around.
Winners all around, that's true. Now, the Games are all over, everything's wrapped up now. Can we say with these Games a success?
I think it depends how you measure success. The show must go on was the attitude, and it certainly did. The sport has been fantastic. You think of the Olympics and it's a lot of stories of people you've never heard before, people who've done a lot to get here, people who it could be their one Games, and the Olympics has delivered on that tenfold. It's been fantastic in that regard. You look at something like the skateboarding, the Olympics is in good hands with that. We'll see about, is the Olympics a success long term? There was no spectators. That was very difficult. Will we have spectators at the next Olympics in Beijing in 2022, which is only 6 months away now? What about Paris? We don't know. Things like that are very different, very difficult to guess what's going to happen. The Japanese public, they'll decide if the Olympics were worth it to them because they've cost an awful lot of money, most expensive Games ever, and the one where the least percentage has been recouped because there's been no one here to enjoy them. So, they might decide at the ballot box that this was not the greatest Games ever. But right now, basking in the sport that's happened with all those gold medals, with all those great stories, it's been fantastic.
Yeah, it's great. And the excitement isn't over. The Paralympics come up next. And then, as you said, only a few short months away. And then we've got Beijing 2022.
Yeah, the Paralympics. I don't know how many people are going to be staying around for that, but the broadcasters will. So we'll get to see those stories as well. Should be a great Paralympic Games. Hong Kong, of course, massively successful Paralympics. They've got 17 para-athletes who qualified for Tokyo. And, you know, are they going to add to their 40 golds, 37 silvers and 49 bronzes over the years? Which, you know, makes 6 medals in one Olympic Games look pretty small fry.
No, exactly. And so all eyes will be on them now. But Johnny, you've had a big Olympic Games. You're ready to head back to Hong Kong. Thank you very much for joining me over the last 2 weeks.
Thanks, Alkira.